welcome back to Memoirs and Some, the podcast. It's your girl, Myia Dominique, and I have my girls in the building, my auntie, my boo, Miss Erica Burns, Miss Patrice, aka Sister Burns and Auntie. Introduce yourself, what's up?
Obviously, she's already introduced me as Sister Burns, but y'all call me Erica. And I actually worked with Myia in 2014.
Yeah. It's on you, big dog.
Yes, hey, I'm Patrice. As y'all know, she just called me auntie. I'm her big auntie. I've been working with her since she came at 215, but at work and personal, I still stick with her though.
Absolutely, absolutely. So today I brought these ladies on because we are going to talk about the importance of having healthy relationships in the workplace and keeping those relationships or maintaining those relationships outside of the workplace. Each of them have their own different experiences where we worked. We all came at different times. So everybody experience is different. My auntie was my supervisor. So it was different, from being her niece outside of work and then her niece at work. I did get special treatment. I don't give a fuck. But I did my job. I didn't take advantage. I will say that. I did my damn job, which makes it easier for people to vouch for you and do things for you. Fuck with you.
Yes, her good traits outweigh her bad traits. She's a very special person at such a time. Yes, she was.
What you got to say about these healthy relationships, Sister Burns?
Oh, why she put me on the spot like that? Yeah, I'm not ready for this. Okay, so even if I just piggyback, I call her Lucy, right? So don't mind it. So even just piggybacking a little bit off of Lucy, like when we talk about healthy relationships in the workplace, like we spend 8 hours hours in a day at the workplace. So I think it's important for us to have those healthy relationships just for like productivity of the job, to get things done, right? Networking purposes, right?
Okay.
So when we talk about Myia, right? I'm gonna give y'all a little scoop about her, right? I don't even want to do it. Right, Myia was young when I met her, right? I was young too, but she was young in the workplace. But one thing I do take from Myia is like her organizational skills, right? She's very organized. So I think another important factor of healthy relationship is having some skills that you could possibly learn from other people.
Absolutely.
This one is going to plan the whole calendar for the year. I don't care how ratchet she may be on her other days, but when it comes to work or business, she's going to get the job done. So if you're a person kind of struggling with organizational skills, like this is the person that you're going to go to. She's going to have it all mapped out, planned out, and everything else.
She was always eager to learn.
Yeah.
Like
still
a sponge. Suck it up. Suck it up.
Whatever.
Yes.
It don't matter the department either. I want to stand you. Like, it will be other opportunities. Oh, go. And I had another supervisor who was good, who didn't mind teaching, which was the other thing. I often talk to my auntie about that too. When you take skills from people, just piggybacking off Sister Burns, although one skill set might outweigh the other, so you might be a shitty person, but you know how to teach.
Your job skills are
exactly.
Awesome. Mm-hmm.
It still can compensate and it still can work with that work environment. Now, to take those relationships outside the workplace, everybody not always that fortunate, because everybody don't always come to work looking for damn friends. So that's the other piece that you gotta pick and choose where you pull those skills and other learning abilities from people, because everybody is not, I don't think, suitable. Everybody not for your personal life.
Everybody not sociable. Is that what you're saying?
Sociable, but everybody also is not the person. It's 5 girls in a room. That don't mean all 5 of them can befriend you outside the workplace. I might like you here.
Right, of course.
You get what I'm saying?
Right. It's just basically you working with them for 8 hours, and after that, it's a cutoff.
It's a cut.
But they gotta be good. I mean, you gotta learn how to decipher your outside life with your professional work life, right? It's good for the morale of the company. Like, if you can just say, okay, I come to work and I just put my differences aside and I get the job and I do my job, because then you're gonna get the job done. But when you don't, when you have all these people, of course, with different personalities, different professional skills.
Yeah.
If you guys can't come together, it's gonna be difficult for you to get the job done. Like, I'm gonna come to work with a stank attitude. Like, if this person needs something, I'm not gonna help her. Like, if I that was my personality, I'm not gonna help her. I'm gonna let her fail or whatever. Like, you're really not gonna get anything done. But again, like, that's the reality of it, and those are those unhealthy relationships at work.
That's why them unhealthy relationships don't stay at work.
They don't.
They don't do that no more. They're not working there no more.
Yeah. And when it gets to a place where management can see the unhealthiness and it affects your department and how you flow, that's when you have to make, and I speak like that candidly because Auntie is the supervisor. Ain't no damn secret. So you get cut. Shit, that's how I go. You don't do right, you get cut. I'm not saying it's just like, oh, one chance you out, but it's like if you affecting how I flow,
right?
You can't be on my team. My team have to flow.
Right. Yeah, I just don't cut nobody off. They cut themselves off.
Yeah.
That kind of makes it difficult for like people coming in to work. Like, so if I came into a job and I seen like it was falling apart, I'm like, okay, I see why people leaving. Like, this is an environment that I want to be in.
Right.
But if people are cool and you got
I
will want to come there, right?
My question, okay, so if you come to a job and you see that the socialization between the team ain't right, your first mindset is gonna be you ready to go, or are you gonna try to make this into a place where we all can work together? Because I'm not gonna let nobody mess with my money.
No,
we're gonna make it work.
No, absolutely
not. But some people feel like their
not.
peace at the workplace would be more important, because sometimes and I'm gonna just piggyback off what you said to just play devil's advocate, because I know where she's finna go. Because I just know where she's finna go. I know where she's finna go. So before she go there, I'm just gonna put this bug out there. You got 5 people in your department. Now, everybody in your department got an attitude with one another. It's 5 women. So you know how that goes. It's 5 different periods, 5 different personalities, attitudes, everybody's shit come on different, you know what I'm saying? You a supervisor. So you in your same position.
Okay.
You bringing Sister Burns onto your floor. You think she want to deal with 5 attitudes and try to see if maybe them 5 attitudes could work out? If them 5 already ain't working out and you struggling with it, why do I want to stay? You get what I'm saying?
Right, but if you come to work just to work, why are you even trying to make a relationship anyway?
The relationship is important because it's
right. Not making a relationship, but you gotta work there.
If we work together as a team and things need to get done, then we gotta make it work. We gotta
have some type of something.
Right, of course, being cordial.
Right, but again, do people sometimes know how to make that connection and say, okay, I'm at work and this is what it is.
This is what it is.
People don't do that sometimes. Right. So like if I came into a workplace and it's some bullshit going on, like okay, this person, she don't like this woman, so she take it out on it. One, is not a healthy environment. I got older now, so my peace is important for me. Yeah. So again, do I really want to come to work and sis got a whole attitude over here, now she's taking it out on me because she got a whole attitude at the next one. Like it's not,
and then
it's not
you got
important.
those people, and I know 2 people. I ain't gonna say no names, but I know once I say this, y'all gonna know who I'm talking about. It was 2 people. I don't give a fuck. Brain, hell, sweet or snow. They come in that bitch with attitude, and they walk around in that bitch with an attitude all day long. It makes you uncomfortable. Now everybody not like you. Auntie can come in mad, but by the time she hit that door or that 4th North elevator, that shit off. But you know what I'm saying?
But if I'm the type of person, I come into a job, see, this is just my, maybe I got some going to do, right, in this department, right? Because, like, if I came into a job place, right, so the job that I work at right now, it wasn't chaotic or anything like that. One of the girls, she came in, she was new. She want to send out emails and do all this other shit, come to my office and confront me like, hey, you didn't speak to me this morning, right? One, your door is closed. So my door always stay open. I'm not about to go the extra mile to knock on your door to see
right.
if you're then open your door, have an open door policy, but you don't have it like that. You know, and our clients, they come in. So again, my thought was like, okay, who the fuck this bitch think she is? Like, she trying to be the supervisor. Oh, we're gonna have meetings. How you proposing meetings if you're not even a supervisor? Like, you just got here. Like, first, try to figure out your role of the job and your job duties. Right? You sitting up here trying to do all this other stuff instead of your job. Right. This is the reason why you ain't hitting productivity.
But that make a toxic work environment.
Because you're trying to be the supervisor.
Yeah.
Know your place. Everybody can't be the leader.
And it's okay to be an Indian. I was a proud Indian for a long time. I didn't want to be nobody's boss. Now I got to a place where socially that was not for me anymore, and I knew that I wanted more out of life. It had nothing to do with the position at the job. Because even though I'm a nurse, I got my shit now, but I don't even work as no fucking nurse now. I got the shit to say I got it to be sure that I'm secure. I can go back to work and do what I do at any time. But as far as me wanting that, as me building my organization and building my business now to have employees, I look at that, and that's important to have healthy work environment, just a healthy work environment, but then those relationships, I don't want nobody, when I come in, don't have no attitude when I come in. I'll be too hype in the morning.
Yeah, but if you have those good relationships at work that make people want to stay, like
I want to come.
I want to
come
stay
around.
I don't have an attitude when I come to work because it's a good environment. Regardless, we don't have to be friends outside of here, but can I come to work, get my job done? If I need assistance, can I count on my coworker to help me if my supervisor isn't in? Like, those are a good relationship that makes me stay at my job. Despite us having, say, a couple of bad apples at work, like, it's still the flexibility. I can come to my supervisor and it's not an issue. My hours at work are flexible. Like, that makes me want to stay. Like, even when I'm like, okay, I know I can go somewhere else. Yeah. But again, some of those relationships that I have, the people who I need, if I need something at work, I have certain coworkers who I can come to and they can assist me with whatever it is that I need, which makes me stay because it's not an issue. People come to work. I've seen my supervisor, I've seen my other coworker come to work, you know, and they had personal stuff going on. But did they take it out on the clients? No. You know, did they take it out on me? No. They did what they need to do. If they needed to close their door, hey, I'm gonna close my door for a minute. Okay, cool. I know not to mess with you. And then they open their doors and it's back to work. You would never know nothing is going on. That's just the same as me. Whatever's going on in my personal life, I don't take it out on my coworker. I'm gonna have my little moment, my woosah moment if I have to go to the car or close my door or maybe even take a day off. Like, that's what I'm gonna do. Like, cause I don't want to snap on somebody. And I think I'm putting them out at CP. I think that was prior to me leaving. The energy started to get to me. Like, when I like to leave the door open so that the clients can come and make a phone call. And you have some people, you know, sometimes they want to close the door. So now the clients want to bum rush. Like, what do you, like, this is their home. They live here. Like, if you just open the door and let them make the phone call, then later on you can kind of close the door. But now you got this bum rush of people that want to make a phone call and you want to keep the door closed, and now you get mad because they frustrated can't make a phone call. Like, what are we doing? Like,
it's backwards.
Where do you meet them at? Like, I get it. Sometimes we need that break. But again, we're not even technically giving that break because we're here to serve them while we're at work.
All day.
Yeah.
Half and half.
Now, but it's a bum rush crowd. Now you want everybody in the room. I don't want all those people. There's too many personalities in the room. It's too many body smells in the room.
Because
like,
you're trying to put 5 people waiting on the phone call at one damn time.
Yeah, just let them. Yeah. It's a way that you can do stuff in order and still have your little moment, you know. But it's better to have like a good relationship at work because the minute you start not having a healthy relationship at work, what you gonna do? Your behavior gonna change. You gonna be like, oh, fuck this job. Yeah. I don't get no fuck. Like, your attitude, like, I'm gonna come in, I'll curse the clients out. Like, I don't.
That you over with.
Okay. Yeah, you're gonna be like, fuck this job. And it's gonna start to show. And then you're gonna get to a point where you sometimes people be reckless. Like, one of my other coworkers, she reckless. Like, she thinks she's right all the time. You can't correct her. When you correct her, it's a problem. She get loud. I want to have a conversation with you. She threatened to leave. Like, bitch, I don't care if you leave this job. Like, it ain't gonna impact me. Like, I don't care. But again, it makes it difficult sometimes working with her when she has this mentality that she's always right. She's perfect. Like, she could never do anything wrong. So it's sometimes it's difficult working with her. Like, it's also difficult working with her because she don't believe that she's fucking black.
Oh, Lord. Okay, y'all, so we're going to get into the end conversation card. Y'all follow my end conversation card.
Oh, my God.
Because my friend here is going to go through a thing. But this is the friendship edition. You know, they touch on a lot of different subjects. So
Cheers.
I definitely got a good one. Here is a question. Y'all both can answer.
Oh, no.
What are the subjects we avoid talking about at work and why?
I avoid talking about my relationship at work.
Right,
Because I don't need nobody in my damn business.
Them relationships at the job.
Or my personal life.
It's just like, yeah. A new person come back to the job and people that's already working there be so thirsty to taint your name. Like, let them learn you on their own.
For you.
Like, they be sitting their ass off all the time when new people come here. It just be too much gossip shit at the wrong time, man. I know I used to do that when I first started there, but like he said, she grew up. She grew out of that just like you grew up out of that shit. I had my messy days, but every year something.
And I think every woman has had that moment where they had that messy moment.
Yeah.
Women are chemically made to be messy. I think it's just how you do it. It's one thing I can come to you and say, Auntie, I ain't feeling this. I don't like how this go. And you can either go one or two ways. You could feed into it and be like, yeah. Or you can be like, nah, look at it from this point of view. Woo, woo, woo. Try to do. It's a way to do it. It don't have to be indulged to carry out, to be ignorantly messy. Yeah.
But I think that's to build those alliances, right? If I come, if the new person, and I'm just saying this from the job, the old job. If the new person, and even my job too, if the new person come in, let me get her on my side so she can be on my line.
Yeah.
So when I have issues, she's gonna agree with me. Even when whatever disagreement that I have, even if it's right or wrong, this person is gonna
agree.
Agree. Ain't nobody gonna hold nobody accountable, so it's just gonna make it easier for the next person when the next person come in to do this. Like nobody's holding nobody accountable for the things that they're doing. So I'm about to get this person on my side now, and then I get this person on my side. Now their energy came over to the next person. It's a whole messy situation. That's why I keep my relationship, my personal life, and my relationship. Those are the things that I absolutely do not talk about at the job, because the less you know about me, the better. No.
Right, I've learned that after I didn't have so many experiences.
Yeah.
But you said alliances with yours. Mine's just be like anything. Somebody might like somebody, but why would you ruin how they feel about a person by telling them, yeah, she used to fuck with her, or she gonna, that'd be goofy shit. Like,
people coming in that don't have their own mindset because they just fuck. You had your own mindset. You would either stop it, but again, when you deal with people who don't know, like, professional settings,
let him learn, or let him learn on his own.
And choose to decide if that's what they gonna take from it, because what relationship you form with one person may not be that relationship I form with them. I avoid politics and religion. Those are some heavy subjects, and to me, anytime you talk about politics with people at work, it just goes, because everybody got their own opinions and be so strong about it. And politics is one of the things you can't really tell nobody, oh, you can't be a Republican, you can't be a Democrat. Like, you that's your choice. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's your constitutional right. Like, you can't tell nobody no shit like that. So it be real specific. And it's so funny, so I'm bringing this up. I don't know if y'all watch basketball. Y'all know who Kyrie is. Kyrie Irving. Y'all see he made them bullshit ass remarks. And he, everybody got their opinions about what they think and all of that. And so when I did listen to some of the interview, I don't know if y'all listened to it, but he was very clear about where he stood. And I think where you are on the totem pole in this employment train makes a difference in what matters as to what you say. Had his ass been an overseas player, that wouldn't have gave a fuck about what he said. It wouldn't even matter. And the reason I brought that up is because subject matter, the question at hand, is fucked up that his job, he play basketball. Nigga dribbles basketball all day. But now he's suspended from dribbling a basketball for having an opinion. Or for posting something that seemed to be upholding what was supported.
I get that, his freedom of speech, right? I get that, right? I
It
get
is.
that. But on the other hand, like I feel like certain professions, you have to be cautious of like what you do because your image is important.
It is, but then that also takes it still takes some of that freedom away from
That's the profession
it.
we got.
But that's the cost.
I can't be a politician and be out here like slanging pussy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
Right.
I can't do, like, that's the image. Like, that's pretty, like, if that's the field that I chose to get into, then I need to understand that I'm limited to certain things that, you know what I'm saying, I can do. I can't have my Facebook or my social media just out here while I'm wilding out and I'm sitting up here doing all these political campaigns and talking about, you know, like all of these topics. I can't do that. That's just like the nature of like that's just what it is. It's the nature. You know, so I think you gotta be cautious of like kind of like what you do. It's kind of like I don't know if it's like a catch-22. I don't know.
It kind of is a catch-22. I mean,
because I can't say what I want to say, you know, which is crazy because it's like the freedom of speech. But then, and I need to be mindful of my career. So which one do you choose?
That's true.
And so I'm thinking like I don't know. I don't want to say his publicist or whoever those people is like managing him. Maybe should like do some training.
Yeah,
and that's just, not just with him, just like even in like I feel like in the workplace, like this
I
whole
feel like the NBA in this entirety. I feel like each job. I don't feel like jobs give enough retreat activities. And these jobs have the budget for it. They have the budget. They choose to not. But then you wonder why your businesses don't flourish. Retreats are important. Being able to have that relationship with your employees to say there is an open door policy, like you said, it may be different. Your perception may be different when her door was closed. Had y'all been on a retreat, and she get her ass beat at home the other night. You know what I'm saying?
I think she just wanted to be a boss bitch. She just wanted to be the boss and she ain't know how to be the boss.
I'm not taking that away. I'm just giving an example of that same chick. When you know people's situation, when you know them in a different light, it makes you look at them a little bit differently. I ain't saying their behaviors become excusable.
Yeah.
But it does take a toll. So here go another question. Let's see. What do you think the hardest thing is for you to do at work?
Yeah, I really want to know the hardest thing. I really want to know the
hardest thing as far as physical and your work. Okay, yes.
What is concentrate?
The hardest thing to do at work.
Concentrate sometimes. It really is.
Turning the other cheek.
Yeah.
And it's not even with my department. It be with other departments when, I'm throwback, so I'm used to everything structured from back in the day when Miss Moy was there.
Yeah.
So when things change or when people come into management and think they know one thing, but I don't never want to take over the show. We a team, you feel me? But
we
if
can all
I'm
work
giving you
together.
my opinion and I feel this gonna be better than what you thinking, let's see. Instead of thinking this, I'm trying to take over your motherfucking job too. No, I'm trying to let you know, what we feel worked in the past, it might work in the present, in the future for you. Not me trying to do this or do that. That kitty shit. That's all. That's what I feel. Yeah. Turning the cheek because I done came a long way for me saying what I want to say to us, accepting a person's opinion and just stand in the limelight behind.
True. Okay, I think the hardest thing for myself, I would say lazy workers. I can't stand them lazy motherfuckers. The motherfuckers come in late, then they gotta eat breakfast.
Like, damn.
Hey, listen.
Linda, that's you!
I don't come in. I mean, I really don't have a time that my job is flexible, so I really don't have a time that I can come in. But when I do, because I work in mental health, I have my time when I come in, and at least 30 minutes to an hour. That's my time. That's why I schedule clients after 10 o'clock. Some maybe 9:30, so I get to work a little bit early, so I can have my woosah moment. You know,
I understand that.
The whole lazy shit.
I understand the woosah moment. I'm talking about. I was just at a job as the admissions director, and they had a consultant there, and no shade. I think the administrator was working some things out. He was young. And he was not, I don't think they trained him and really groomed him for what an administrator really meant. Like, it's not just sit on your phone and look cute at the meetings. Like, you got to do work, nigga. We need help. Like, it's a table full of files from fucking 2015. What do you mean you don't have anything to do? There's plenty of shit to do.
These people don't know how to be.
But he's a boss and don't know how to be the boss. Mm-hmm. So then you got this consultant in here who trying to get all these people in here because that's her job. Where they going when you got all these motherfucking tags? You can't bring all these people in here with certain things. Then they the only place in the Northwest area that take people with COVID. So now you got people bringing them like a doorbell, but they using them as a short-term rehab just for COVID. They don't want to be there.
They're getting that extra money.
So that turnaround time, that dough is like 24 hours all day long. Oh no, you won't stick me here. Deuces. But then they give me a real lazy assistant.
Yeah. Because I think people
she
be
want to
trying
come
to
and talk about a husband and a divorce and a fucking kids all day.
Stuff.
I don't got time for that shit.
But that's the thing. Like,
where's the healthy relationship at net?
I was very healthy. I still listen, but my thing was like I explained to her.
You're not your therapist, but sometimes it's okay when your staff, because she's your staff, your assistant.
She was my
at least one talk, so she knows that your boss.
We passed one talk. We was like at 3 talks. At that point, you gotta make a decision. Is this what you want to do? If this affected you like this at work, like she came from being a stay-at-home mom for 6 years. Her kids went to school. She was going through a divorce. I get it. It's an adjustment. You back at work, though, because you got a divorce, love. You need that coin.
Right.
So what we going to do? Because talking about Poppy every day ain't what we going to do.
No, I'm not talking about Poppy every day, but if she's a good, if she's a good worker, and this is like her first time like expressing herself like this, and this like I'm gonna be like she might need some time, or I will listen to her so she'll know her boss is there for her. Because you might need that.
Yeah, that's what I said. We did it, but 2 weeks into that, you're not gonna come in here for 2 weeks doing that. Auntie, I just told you it was files from 2015. What Poppy got going on gotta wait till after 3:30, love.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, get done, but still let her know that you understand what she's going through. Man.
You understand?
I don't understand. I'm not divorced.
Okay, you can empathize. Okay, you can empathize with it, but again, you need to go talk to somebody who can better help you with going through a divorce.
And I'm gonna tell her
I'm not the person that's gonna help you go through this divorce. Like, you're gonna have to figure out some better healthy coping skills and go talk to somebody who can help you make that transition. Because right now you're in a transitioning part of your life. You're adjusting to that. You're adjusting to coming back to work. You probably adjusting to your kids going back to school. Like, it's a lot of stuff that's going on. But again, and this is where like it really becomes like if that's my job as your boss, your mental health needs to be up to par, because if your mental is not up to par and the work that we have to do is affecting it, at the end of the day, regardless of what it is, business. At the end of the day, you gotta go take care of this and go see a therapist outside of this.
But if it's fresh, and I need her.
And, I mean, a boss-employee relationship, that's totally different. If that's that relationship, baby, we can't be doing that. Like, we can't be doing that.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut
we can't. Now, baby, go get help. So that's me helping you. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna set you up with HR. Let's see if you got like some FMLA or something like that you can take to kind of transition.
But Myia made it seem like she just, man, I don't want to hear that shit. Go ahead and do your job.
No. I said, but for 2 weeks, I said at 3 times, I feel like 3 times of us having a conversation. At that point, if it's affecting you that bad at work, this not for you. You're not making no adjustment
like that, because we had a supervisor that used to act like that. Your opinion, you didn't like the way she was.
Who was that? Whispered in my ear.
Yo, my super. I ain't go.
Oh, you talking about you?
Yeah. Remember how she used to
I didn't like the way she
hardcore
was.
cut like that?
Right. So she was cutthroat, but there's a difference between me being a straight bitch.
Okay.
Me being a bitch and trying to shit on whatever you got going on because I'm human. You're not. If I have an employee, right, and you come to me, right, as an employee, to say, hey, Erica, this is what I'm going through right now. Okay, cool. I'm gonna figure out what is it, right? If you're a good employee, I'm gonna figure out how do I best accommodate you, right?
That's what
so if you sitting up here fucking up mentally, there's fouls that need to be done. Like we about to go into an audit mode. If you can't put your best foot forward, the best thing that you need to do right now, right? What can you really help me with if
you're not helping me right now?
You're stopping me from doing the work that I need, and I get it. You know what I'm saying? I can empathize with what you're going on, but baby, take this FMLA, and I'm gonna have to now I'm finna
figure it out.
Okay,
I work it out.
Maya, explain to me the situation now. We're gonna be over for survey. She gonna punch out and take her ass home.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta regroup.
The scenario, y'all just saying she came in there from a divorce.
I'm not saying we in survey, but what I'm saying is I'm just speaking genuinely. I'm not saying whether you in survey or not. Just your job in general. Everybody have an off day. My first week, we just talked about this. My first week, my son was in the hospital. I had a real fucked up off day. I'm trying to get on the train, get to this new job. He in the hospital, baby daddy. I don't know what the fuck he up there talking to the doctors about.
Right.
Shit happens.
And Miss Moore understood what you was going through, right? Yes.
She gave me the hardest time, but she ended up softening up. But she told me she was gonna fire me.
Right, but she did.
She did.
She just got to be hardcore at certain times, but she was still there though.
No, she definitely came through. I will give you that. She came through, and that's why I said 1 or 2 times us had this conversation. At the third time, like why we 2 weeks in, you still at this adjustment, love. Okay. These kids been at school. He's been out the house. You need this job. What we gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to come in and then, you know, it also makes it kind of weird. And I only say weird for the simple fact, I'm married and we're cool. You know, we get on the phone. Hey, babe, how your day going? How you feeling? What we eating for dinner tonight? Now she uncomfortable. Now I got the whisper right. Yeah, I'm make tacos. Cause she want to be a fucking Debbie Downer. You know, but in my mind, don't it make it awkward? Now you walking on edge and you don't want to make a motherfucker feel bad, but it's like, bitch, that ain't my wife.
You gotta know how to decipher. Like, this is why, like, if you feeling the issue, I mean, if you feeling
you rubbing the crystal ball.
Stay at home. Stay at home. You know, you got it. That's why we have sick time, and I always tell a person, and I don't care what it is. Like, even if I have good administrator or not, I don't really know. At the end of the day, everything is business. Yeah. And I firmly believe they will fire my ass and replace me with my mental health. Yeah. I get it. You know, it's the money part. You know, you gotta pay your bills and stuff like that. Yeah. But again, like my mental health you know what I'm saying? My mental health come first.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can't do what I do now. Like I can't do it if my mental health is I'm gonna say like it's all. Yeah. Like and there's been times where I've been able to put aside of what I had going on, but if it was like a real bad issue, was like all of these whatever it was constantly on my mind, I'm taking off. Like, cause I'm not even gonna be able to function. Like I already know that, and this is just like me from growth. Like my attitude is not somebody gonna get cursed out. I'm not even gonna be present. I'm probably not even gonna be listening to what the people say. I'm gonna be like, and not even paying attention. Let me just take off work. Like, let me take off. I got days. I got it figured out how I can. You know what I'm saying? It's my job is flexible in that sense. That's why I like it because if I need to take off, right, I can take off. If I don't have the days, I'll be like, okay, I can make it up, and I'm allowed to make those days up. So it's not an issue. It's not an issue with me taking off. And I know, unfortunately, some people aren't fortunate like that. But again, your mental health is important. Like that's number one. Like if my mental is not right, how can I have healthy relationships and be able to communicate when I'm going through stuff? and my mind is solely focused on whatever it is that I'm going through. Am I really present? I'm not present.
Yeah.
And then we talking about nursing stuff. You don't be playing with people's lives like that. You gotta take your ass home. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Go home.
You can't.
Like
you can't be
you
playing
out
with
here
people like that.
No, that
You
this
can't
is
be
something
enrolled
different.
and see.
We ain't talking about family.
They admissions director. She played a dual role. They wanted a nurse for their admission director. They did not hire nobody but a nurse because they wanted to be medically clear before they got there. They was getting so many people that really couldn't be there because the person that was bringing them in didn't know certain medical terms and certain, they send that packet over. It's a 10, 15, sometimes 30-page packet for admission. Now they going through that. So they had the admissions nurse and the admissions director. So the admissions director had an admission nurse and a coordinator under. So I had a nurse and a assistant, but they weren't for me. They was behind.
That's why you gotta all be able to be cohesive, work together. Just makes
Yeah.
the job. It makes the job.
I'm in there
easier,
busting
like-
my butt and I got an assistant. It's just like, nah, I'm cool.
That's why you gotta be a jack of all trades.
Yeah. Okay, here's a good one. How would you rate your work life and what could you improve in it? So when I say rate, give me a number 1 through 10 and why. So if it's 5, why is it a 5? What you got to work on? Or if it's 10, I feel like I'm at a good place right now and this is what it's at. I mean, be honest, shit.
You wanna go first, E or me? Well, you like
Go first.
Yeah, okay, cause my shit's short. Alright. Like 6.5, 7. I'm a work in progress.
Absolutely.
I still have my unprofessional ways. I still work with a lot of emotion with certain things, and I should. I try to make as many healthy relationships as I can, but sometimes I do lack because of my approaches,
It happens.
my unprofessionalism. But I am working on it.
But the good thing too with that is you're aware. Being aware is always the best. When you're not aware, it's them chicken head bitches that you got to worry about.
I'm aware of my flaws
Absolutely.
and my areas I need to work on.
Me too.
So then it's just coming up with a plan on how you're gonna address them.
Right.
One step at a time.
And everybody can't be your growth moment. Some people gotta be your take me back to that moment. I got to just go back in that place. Everybody can't be your growth moment. You know, because if everybody was your growth moment, we all just be around this bitch. Yes, ma'am.
But you gotta know when to hold it in, because you might have a person that might, you might lose your job for that. So is it really worth it?
Depends.
It's different, right? So there's a difference between me getting fired and there's a difference between me quitting the job and getting fired,
Yeah.
right? Quitting, I have to control, right? I probably got another job. Money will still come in when I get fired. Now I lose that money for the time being until I apply for another job, go on an interview and things
Yeah.
like that. And so I have to be okay with having the money already in my account. But then that's a whole nother story. I'm just saying, like, it's a difference. That's why, like, you work on it, because you don't want that on your record. You know what I'm saying? That I got fired because snapping out on a person. That means that as an employer, like, don't really want to hire her. Like,
Right.
my temper is, our actions have a consequence, whether it's good or bad.
That's
so
true.
we have to be mindful
On how
of
you
those
do
things.
it.
Yeah, certain things we just can't.
What you got to work on, nigga? What yours is?
I would say mine's is a 7.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. I'm not saying an 8. I could be better. I have my moments when I come into work, I have a plan and I get my work done. But then I have moments, right, when I let social media, right, control me. And I literally be on social media like, I don't do any work. I'm like, whatever. I'm not going to do no work today. Like, I'm good. I'm going to watch movies. Yeah, I'm Diary of a Mad Black Woman. So I was watching that movie. But I think, so if I had to improve something sometime, I would say if I had to prove one thing, it would probably be my time management. Because I could slip up at work and be like, yeah, it's one of them days. Now, Mondays, don't call me, don't text, I can't call. I have to do work because my billing is due on Monday. They pulling billing Tuesday. But the end of the day, it's all mess around. Like today, I probably did one thing. And after that, me and my supervisor and my other coworker, we was out here talking for about 3 hours at work. And then I did some work at the end of the day. That was it. You know, I gotta go to the client house now. Now I'm suffering now because now I gotta go to a client house to get him to sign documentation stuff for the weekend. I don't really want to even go to anything on house. I don't even do client's house. So, but it's an audit, so.
Features on.
Yeah.
But that audit took that the one thing that I did that did take a while to do though. So.
Shit, an audit takes forever.
Yeah. I think mine. See, I ain't really been consistently working at a job but I think mine would be a 7-2. I still have some things I gotta work on as far as communication. People be pissing me off when you work for yourself. So you don't got no supervisor to tell.
Right, but you be popping off too quickly.
No, it depends. You don't get unprofessional with me, especially if I was being nice. I had 2 encounters. I've been real nice. Niggas like to try me. I was trying to get some things done for my organization and dealing with people on a professional level, politics, politicians. It's a lot. You know, it's a game that they all play. And they do it very well. They know what they're doing. They know how to maneuver.
But you at worst, why? They gotta be cautious.
They're very cautious on how they do things. So, you know, you fall into that same category when you get in their gym. Mm-hmm. You gotta rumble with the big dogs, so you gotta rumble with them. You gotta adapt. So although, you know, especially with those high up titles, especially legislation, they don't want to say they people fucked up. They don't want to say they people make a mistake. It's hard to accept that, so you tend to get that backlash. And I've struggled with it, but it's a work in progress. It's a learning experience. And I'm really learning with this. It's not what you know, it's who you know. You could be as smart as you want to be, but if you got them right people in your pocket, which I thank God for the support that I've gotten, because where my vision board was and where I'm at is beyond. Last year when I made my vision board, it was only to get the legalities done. My legalities been done since July. I'm waiting on the closing for a building. So it takes sometimes that humbleness. So when I say, I don't be popping off, I done been tried. I ain't been popping off. I've been chilling. And this got me a lot further. So when I say, that's why I ain't taking ownership of shit I don't do. If I pop off, I'll tell you. But it wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't me that time. It really wasn't.
You gotta take them because my facial expression will give it away.
Masks have saved me in these past couple years, because baby. Okay, here go the last one.
Myia, come with the question.
When was the last time you misunderstood something at work, and how did you handle it?
I got sent home.
Don't explain, nigga. Do not explain.
Because I took something the wrong way and I got sent home. Yeah. I ain't gonna sugarcoat. Go ahead. You've been blessing us with the positive because I'm going to give you the negative. I'm sorry.
No, but I can't remember the last time I misunderstood something like
from a staff or a
just
resident.
It could be anything. Just any time. The last time you had a misunderstanding at work, and it don't have to be the last time. The last time you can remember where you had a misunderstanding, and how did you handle it? Because we talking about relationships. The importance of having those relationships, healthy relationships, being able to be professional. So with that, misunderstanding is it most of the time always ends up with some type of something behind it when you misunderstand. You take something the wrong way, you hear it the wrong way, it's said the wrong way.
I don't know if I had it in that aspect. I've had it where somebody misunderstood me.
That works too.
And they tried to say something that was like, no, sis, I'm gonna need you to calm down. You ain't gonna be in my office cutting up. So one of my coworkers, she came in here, she asked me for, okay. I'm having flashback moments sometimes. You know, oh Jesus, okay, with her, right? Now, I'm not taking it out on anybody that grew up on the west side, but she's like a...
Here you go with this
No,
stereotype.
listen, because I want you to... listen. Listen, I'm about to call you her name. No, listen. No, she would tell you like she grew up on the west side and stuff like that. She thinks she's white, kinky twist in the head, dark as ever, right?
Oh my God, good
So
night,
for some reason,
Erica.
she put this stereotype on me. They give me like a lot of young people. And I know I have my little hood moments, but she put a lot, like I feel like she make a lot of assumptions. So she came in my office, already incorrect. She was like, Erica, how much do a pill cost? I don't know. I don't pop pills and I've never popped a pill before. I ain't never smoked weed. Erica, I know you know, Erica. I know you know. No, I don't know, but let me ask one of my clients. And I can ask him and he can let me know how much a pill. So you automatically assume because I was young that I knew how much of
But she black.
She just believes she white.
She black, so
you already came up in my thing,
on.
up in my space. Already coming from me, asking me like, yeah, you know how much a pill costs, and then you're asking me about my opinion on the situation and how I would deal with it. Now, when I tell you how I would deal with it, and then you tell me, Erica, that's not the right way to deal with it. One, why did you ask me for my opinion? Two, she says how she would deal with the situation, and I confronted her because I'm like, that's not how you'll deal with the situation because you don't deal with your clients like that. Like you push them off, and I know that because it's been several times I've had a I've had one of your clients, so I guess she misunderstood like the point that I was trying to make, and she tried to make it seem like I was saying that her therapy skills was like wasn't up to par, and I was coming for her and all the other stuff. She caused a big old whole scene in my office, and for a minute, like I went there with her.
Yeah.
Like I had to just be like, okay, because you ain't gonna take no accountability. You don't be doing that. You brush off your clients. You mean as hell to your clients. You know what I'm saying? Like you say it takes 2 hours to fill out a consent form when it don't take 2 hours to fill out a consent form. You just send up and I really just like went there with her. Like I had to really tell her the truth about herself. And it got to a point where like, yeah, I got loud and stuff like that, and she got mad, but I guess she misunderstood me. I ain't misunderstood her because she came to my office asking me for my advice. My opinion on something.
True.
You know, so she misunderstood me, but then for that moment, I slipped up and I fell into her trap, and I had to go there with her. But I had to tell her the truth. And they know me at the job, like I have no problem with keeping it real. And when sometimes, depending on what it is, I will keep it real, and I'll keep it real. And like, I'm not going to be like, hey, you guys, I really believe that this should know. Like, if you want my honest opinion, like, I'm going to give it to you. Like, my clients, they'll say, Erica, give it to me in a raw. So when I give it to you in a raw, I'm going to
be offended. Yeah, it is what it is at that point.
And if you're offended by it, then I'm
sorry for you.
You got to deal with that. That's a you problem.
Yes.
You asked me for my opinion. I gave it to you. Now, how you take that, baby?
That's on you.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing to do with that, baby.
I don't think I had no misunderstanding. Cause I ain't really had no misunderstanding in no job. Now I just had a misunderstanding, but
maybe at CP I had a misunderstanding.
Yeah, I just had one.
I think when them people gave me that job as a crisis supervisor 2 East, right? I possibly misunderstood
what the fuck you was supposed to be doing.
Because when my check did reflect it, they was like, listen, sis, you maxed out. And I was like, ain't nobody tell me that. Like, I thought I was going to get paid some more money. So, baby, I misunderstood that supervisor, you ain't get nothing. Yeah. You don't stay with your same pay. That was probably a misunderstanding. I quickly was like, well, yeah, I can have this back. I ain't gonna say that man's name, but that man, he go your paperwork, and you have to figure out somebody else. I'm gonna go back to my case law.
Period. Oh my God, well y'all, this was good. I had some great time. My friend here has really let it out.
Okay.
But as you all can see,
she ain't no index card.
Not at all.
I did have my index card because listen, let me close out with one thing. Why we need to have healthy relationships in the job, right? Because listen, this is the reason how I got my job that I'm at now, because I had a good relationship with one of the girls who came into the job at CP.
Okay.
So she came into the job at CP on whatever year, I can't remember what it was, and we ended up clicking or whatever. And then we exchanged numbers. I kept in touch with her throughout the years, and it was one year I didn't work, and I had asked her in 2017. I asked her, I said, "Hey, do you know anybody that's hiring?" She was like, "I don't know anybody that's hiring." That was like maybe, yeah, that was in 2017. In 2018, she just so happened to reach out to me like, "Hey, are you still looking for work?" I needed a job then, and she came through in clutch. She was a supervisor at another job, and she came through and gave me the job that I'm at now. So this is why we need sometimes those healthy relationships, because they work for networking purposes.
Yeah.
Even when she left the job that I'm at now, she still reached out to me and was like, "Hey, Erica, you want to do a side job?"
Right.
She was like the plug, and it's like, okay, sis, like those meaningful relationships.
They make a difference.
They make a difference, because you may know something that I don't know,
or know somebody that I don't know what some information I don't know. So it definitely is important.
So,
y'all see, she ain't need no damn index card. She got it together.
I was looking at my notes.
She did good, y'all. She did good. But I just want to thank y'all again for coming on. This was fun. Definitely, we got some good information. Sister Burns, let y'all ass have it.
Oh, I hope I wasn't cursing too much.
Sure did not have to talk that much.
Auntie definitely had to shed a little light, but it was definitely a vibe. So definitely work on those healthy relationships in the workplace, healthy environments in the workplace, because they make a difference inside.
Yeah. I got proof of that. Healthy
life.
relationships go a long way, because I'm still where I'm at, because I have certain healthy relationships. They see the good in me, and that's why I'm still where I'm at.
A healthy relationship starts with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's
self-love.
That's the one for real, y'all. But this is Memoirs and Some, the podcast. Again, I'm your host, Myia Dominique. We here every Tuesday, 7 p.m. We'll see y'all.
I'll be back.
Thank you.